Hey there, in this video, we're going to create this skip to main content link in Webflow that will allow the users to bypass your nav links and go directly to your hero links. So if you have a nav with a mega menu, the keyboard users won't have to hear the same nav links over and over again. So here we are back in designer mode. And before we get started, I just want to do a quick breakdown and show you how my project is set up. So I'm using the client first framework. So I have a page wrapper, and then nested inside this page wrapper, I have a nav bar, a main wrapper, and then a footer. And then inside this main wrapper, I have all of my sections. So in order to set this up, there are two ways you can go about it. And the method you choose will be dependent on the position of your nav bar, whether it's fixed or not. So in this first example, I'll show you how you can set this up if your nav bar is static or relative. And then in the second example, I'll show you how you can set it up if your nav bar is fixed. So if I go and select my nav bar, we can see I added a combo class if is relative. So it's positioned relative right now. We can scroll and it stays at the top. So with a relative or static nav bar, you can select the main wrapper, go into settings, and we're going to give it an ID of main content. And what this will allow us to do is add in a link block that will scroll to this main content anchor, allowing the keyboard users, the keyboard only users, to skip the nav links and go directly to the hero links. So let's say, for example, you have a nav bar with a mega menu. It would get repetitive to keep hearing the same links over and over again. So having this button or this link block will allow keyboard-only users the option to skip hearing those. So now that we have this ID set up, I'm going to go back and select the body, and I'm going to add in a link block using the shortcut Command-E or Control-E. So I'll add in a link block. And inside this link block, I'm going to add a text block. So I'll use the same shortcut Command-E or Control-E, add in a text block. And then I can move this link block above the nav bar. And I want this link block to look like one of my buttons on the site. So I'll go to Style, give it the class of button. And in my case, I want it to look like the secondary button. So give it the combo class of is secondary. And I can change the text inside to say skip to main content. Now that we have the structure of our link block set up, I'm going to go ahead and add a third combo class so that way we can style this independently and not affect the other secondary buttons throughout the project. So I'm going to add a third combo class of is skip to main. And then with this third combo class set up, I can scroll down to position. I'm going to position it absolute. And right now it's behind everything. So we need to adjust the z-index so that this skip to main content link is on top of everything. So I'll give it a z-index of 2000. And I'm going to adjust this top position to be 0.5 rem. And for this left side, I want it to initially appear off the screen so that way users don't see it until they've selected the tab key. So with this left position selected, I'm going to give it a left position of negative 150%. And I'll go up to where it says Style Selector, and I'm going to select my focus state. And with the focus state selected, I'm going to adjust this left position to be 5%. Now, as a quick word of caution, you might need to adjust this 5% on larger breakpoints, like 1920 pixels and above. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to keep it at 5%. So now I can go back to my none state, and I'm going to add a transition so that way the slide in isn't so abrupt. So I'm going to go down to my transitions, and I'm going to add one for the left position. And all of my other transitions in the project are using a duration of 700 milliseconds. So I'm going to keep it consistent with 700 milliseconds. I'll give it an easing of out court. Then we're going to go to settings, and we're going to have it scroll to that main content anchor that we set up previously. So we're going to have it scroll to our section of main content. So now I can go ahead and publish. And once it's all published, I can go to my live site. I'll hit refresh. Scroll back to the top so we can see our nav bar is positioned relative. I can hit tab. Our skip to main content link slides out. I can hit enter, and it scrolls down to our hero links, allowing the user to skip hearing all of our nav links. But now, let's say your nav bar is position fixed. How would you set this up if your nav bar is fixed? I'll just quickly remove this anchor ID. And I'm going to go back into designer mode. And I'll adjust my nav bar so it's no longer relative. And we can see it's position fixed. And I'm going to go to my main wrapper. And I'm going to remove this main content ID because with the nav bar that's fixed, we can't just use the main wrapper as our anchor scroll. We need to set up a div inside the hero section. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So I'm going to copy this main content ID to my clipboard, and I'll remove this. So now I'm going to go into my hero section, and I'm going to add in a div block that's positioned absolute that's going to act as our anchor scroll. So with my home hero div selected, I'm going to add a div block. So using the shortcut Command E or Control E, I'm going to add in a div block, and I'm going to give it the class of is main content marker. And I'm going to move it above the padding, so it's at the top of home hero, because it needs to be above the hero content. And then I'm going to position it absolute to the top of my home hero. And now this is important. On this top position, once it's absolute, I need it to be below the nav bar. So below the nav bar, but above our hero content. So we go to our nav bar, we can see that it has a minimum height of 4.5 rem. So that this main content marker, the top position has to be at least 5 rem. So I'll just give it 6 rem as a little bit of insurance. And then we're going to go to settings, give it the ID of main content. And then I'll go to my skip to main content link block, go to the settings, and once again have it go to our main content. And then I can go ahead and republish. And once it's published, I can go to my live site. I'll hit refresh, and we can see our nav bar is fixed. I'll scroll to the top. I'll hit tab. Our skip to main content link slides out. I'll hit enter, but it's not working. And that's because we need to do one more thing. So go back into designer mode. And with my main content marker in the settings, in custom attributes, I'm going to add an attribute of tab index -1. So I can go ahead and publish. Now that it's published, I'll go back to my live site. I'll hit refresh. I can hit tab. Our skip to main content link slides out. I'll hit enter, and it scrolls down to our hero links. So there you go. That's how you can create a skip to main content link in your Webflow projects. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.